Henri-Pierre Picou was a distinguished French painter, born on February 27, 1824, in Clisson, a picturesque town in the historical Duchy of Brittany, which is now part of the Loire-Atlantique department in western France. His life and work are emblematic of the 19th century academic art movement, an era characterized by its rigorous adherence to traditional artistic standards and techniques. Growing up in a relatively modest environment, Picou showed early signs of artistic talent, which his family encouraged. He moved to Paris to pursue his passion for art, enrolling at the prestigious École de Beaux-Arts in 1844. There, he studied under François-Edouard Picot, a prominent academic painter known for his mastery in depicting historical and mythological subjects. This education grounded Picou in the technical precision and grandiose compositions that would later define his career. After completing his studies, Picou made his debut at the Paris Salon in 1847 with a painting entitled Death of Chilperic, a work reflective of the historical subjects favoured by the academic establishment. The painting was well received, marking the beginning of a successful and prolific career. Over the next several decades, Picot continued to exhibit at the Salon, gaining accolades and building a reputation for his finely detailed and meticulously composed works. During the 1850s and 1860s, Picot solidified his place within the Parisian art world. His oeuvre predominantly featured mythological and allegorical scenes, rendered with a remarkable delicacy and a vivid imagination. One of his most celebrated works from this period is The Birth of Venus, which epitomizes his style. Classical figures are depicted with ethereal beauty amidst dreamlike landscapes, demonstrating his adherence to the ideals of Neoclassicism, infused with a romantic sensibility. Henri-Pierre Picou was not only influenced by his mentor Picot, but also by other artists like Jean-Auguste Dominique Ingres, whose emphasis on the line and purity of form resonated with Picou's artistic principles. Additionally, the works of Charles Gleyre, another key figure in Picou's development, imbued him with a taste for the poetic and the sublime, elements that became hallmarks of his style. In 1876, Picou was one of the founding members of the Société des Artistes Français, which played a crucial role in organizing the annual Salon. This institution was pivotal in promoting the works of artists who adhered to the academic style, at a time when the winds of Impressionism began to challenge the established norms of fine art in France. Despite the rise of these new artistic movements, which often criticized the rigid formalism and lack of spontaneity in academic art, Picou's work continued to be celebrated by a considerable audience. His commitment to academic standards did not wane, and he maintained a loyal clientele who appreciated his refined approach to painting. Picot's later works often incorporated themes of love and beauty, seen in paintings like At the Fountain, which combines allegorical content with a touch of sensuality. These works exemplify how he could adapt his classical training to cater to the tastes of a changing audience, maintaining relevance in a rapidly evolving art scene. Throughout his career, Picou was not only a painter, but also an educator. He took great pride in teaching the techniques of academic painting to a new generation of artists, thereby ensuring that his artistic values and skills were passed down. His commitment to education was part of a broader belief in the importance of art as a cultural and moral force. Henri-Pierre Picou's life spanned a dynamic period in French history, marked by political upheaval and significant cultural transformation. He witnessed the tumultuous events of the 1848 Revolution, the rise and fall of the Second Empire, and the establishment of the Third Republic. Despite the social and political changes around him, he remained devoted to an artistic ideal that transcended contemporary events, seeking to capture timeless truths through the beauty and harmony of his compositions. Picou passed away on July 17, 1895, in Paris. Though his work was somewhat overshadowed by the avant-garde movements of the early 20th century, recent years have seen a renewed interest in his contributions to 19th century French art. Today, Henri-Pierre Picou is recognized not only for his mastery of academic techniques, but also for his role in a broader narrative about the evolution of artistic expression during a pivotal era. His legacy is preserved in various museums across France and internationally, where his paintings continue to be admired for their craftsmanship and elegance. Henri-Pierre Picou remains a significant figure in the study of French academic art, a testament to a bygone era that continues to enchant and inform.